It presents an incredible opportunity for us as consultants to really help your clients to build capacities that they perhaps had not built before. My name is Tracie Hightower, and I actually have my own strategic innovation firm in the Detroit metropolitan area, but I serve community-facing organizations, specifically nonprofits and small businesses. I try to help to support their needs for building capacity and understanding the importance of strategy and innovation. You know, it's an interesting journey. We have these stages in our life that help us to respond to our needs and the needs of others around me. I was always really fascinated and had a really strong acumen for technology and math and science, and a strong desire to be in that discipline. But as I aged into the more parental, I also recognized too that I wanted to have something more creative. I wanted to produce something. And from there, that led to strong empathy for community and developing, as a whole, how can we get better?
That's amazing. Tell me a little bit about what was going on for you in your work and in your life in general that made you consider getting strategy tactics.
Yeah. When you go into an engagement with a client, it's really important to have not just the knowledge and understanding and the expertise, but you really want to work off of a platform that has some really strong, tangible steps that I can provide to the client. And so I had been researching a number of platforms, a number of different frameworks. I was in a coaching session with a young lady, and she mentioned something about a better now. And I said, what are you referring to? And she said, well, I have these Pip decks, and they help me to really define how I engage with my clients. And so that triggered, wow, is this something that I can use? And so when I looked at the initial guide card, that told me that I was in the right space because it was asking the right questions. It just made so much sense. Typically when you look at these frameworks, it involves a lot of training. It involves a lot of time, and time I didn't have. And training, I didn't really have the monetary funds to support. And so it was important for me to have a readily available resource that I could use. The one hesitation that I had in looking at the deck was the cost. I wasn't sure if I could utilize the full deck and find the value that I needed from it.
Interesting. So what finally convinced you?
I had a workshop that I was asked to do, and I thought, I'm going to jump in now and really go for it. And once I dug in, I realized that it was something that would be useful for me. This is when I initially bought the deck, and I had a client and they were ready to work with me. I would consider them a startup organization. And so they were looking to get some guidance. How could they build a strategy, not based on the strategic plan that they had already, but based on a new vision for the organization? I took them through the small batch strategy. First started with the main card, and the main card kind of pointed to directions towards purpose. That small batch really helped them to connect with their better now and help them to anticipate where they could be in the future. So I took them to a workshop, went through the steps, step by step, and it really was a matter of these epiphanies that started to come out of their conversation.
How would you describe the deck to a friend?
I would describe the deck as a really beneficial, valuable resource for guiding the steps of your consulting practice. I mean, this is a resource guide, a resource map for really discovering even the different ways that you can help your client. If I knew of someone who was on the fence about purchasing this deck, I would really suggest they strongly evaluate how much time and energy they're taking right now to prepare for the client engagement, and how powerful this deck becomes in increasing their potential offerings and reducing the time that it takes to prepare for those engagements. It presents an incredible opportunity for us as consultants to really dig in right away, use a tool that is proven efficiently, and help your clients to build capacities that they perhaps had not built before.